Hello everybody, and welcome to the final act of Slay the Spire, playing as a Defect on Ascension 6. In this run, the first act was about using a Shadow Orb to do big damage and kill folks quickly. Act 2 was about Electrodynamics and Seek. Along the way we got lots of loops and focus, so that's all good. In Act 3 we picked up Amplify, some card draw, utility, and then more orb generation. Our relics are very strong. The gambling chip will help us find electrodynamics, say in this fight, where it might become relevant. We did pick up a dead branch in Act 3, along with Incense Burner and Pocket Watch. Don't know how much value we'll get out of Pocket Watch. We tend to be playing a number of cards, as most decks are at this point in the run. Do have the Fusion Hammer, so we're not going to be able to smith here. Runic Capacitor is really good. This will come in handy. So yeah, just a pretty strong run in general. Wasted rest, but there's nothing else we can do here. Didn't find a shovel or peace pipe. As far as card removal, I was actually thinking Zap is probably our weakest card at this point. So we'll probably remove that. Although this Ornithopter seems really helpful. We've been doing really good at full blocking with just orb shenanigans. But you always run the risk of having a bad draw, so this could potentially be 25 heal. As I mentioned, I don't think this is going to be a dark orb fight. This is AoE, but we're going to get a lot more yield out of orbs. And we have quite a bit to block for this first turn. So let's do this. We also have, that's very good. We also have the dead branch, so we don't even know what all we're going to get here. Okay. We'll get the bias cog down so that recursion's worth a little more. Loop sets it up so that these orbs play into next turns. And do we melter or do we recycle the melter for dead branch? Probably. Alright, that's not particularly better, but we're going to focus our attacks on the one with more health, just because electrodynamics will, once in play, bring them down nice and smooth like. Alright, this is a good turn for Genetic Algorithm. Want to make sure we're playing that. We have our own Fission Plus, so I don't think I'll be playing that because we won't actually get the Evoke out of it. And as far as Compile Driver goes, we could zap first, but then we'd kind of be out of energy. So I'm just going to do it first like this. Okay, that's fine. So we do this. Do we need the block? We do not need the block. So let's go ahead and zap. Hang on a minute. Let's recycle this Fission, see what Dead Branch gives us. Alright, Scrape's not better. Alright, and we get some letter opener value. Very good. I did want to play the Zap just because when we do find our Fission Plus, you know, that having as many orb slots filled gets the most out of the card. Seek and Amplify with Bias Cog and Defrag. So I think we seek for Fission and Electrodynamics. That's not helpful, actually. It just comes down to what do we want to amplify. That's a tough call, because... We're definitely going to do this. If we want the Amplify to hit the Electrodynamics, then that would mean we play one of these first, since we only have 3 energy. So it would be play one of these, Amplify something, Fission, and then Electrodynamics. With the Electrodynamics getting duplicated, I think the fight's going to be over quickly. So let's defrag once, Amplify Bias Cog, and then Fission, and then we'll just put down Electrodynamics to summon 4 orbs. With that double. And look at this, we got multicast. We could just end the fight right here, I think. Whee! Don't get to use this card very often. End turn, and voila. Ice cream! Claw for scaling. Nah, I think Glacier. I was actually kind of... One of the reasons I was thinking Zap would be a good card to remove is I was thinking having some block cards just to get the ball rolling on any given turn might be helpful with the heart. Although, You know what? Now that I think about it, we do have the boot sequence on turn 1 automatically, and with loop and frozen core, like we're always going to have block at the start of our turn. But loop is only 2 cards in a 28 card deck, and Glacier would give us the opportunity to not only produce more frost orbs but push orbs forward in general. Because against the heart, I don't know how much we're going to be saving a dark orb because he's got that damage per turn cap. Although we do have 2 recursions in the deck, so maybe that's something we do. I think I'll go with the Glacier Plus there. Claw Plus is a little tantalizing, but I really don't see us needing it. Okay, this will be a good way to get the front-loaded block for the Beat of the Heart, and then of course this just gives us branch value. Getting this out there is probably still good, so I think I'll just ditch the recursion here. See what we get. Okay, that's not much better. So let's see what we get from these guys. We'll play the boot sequence first. Defrag's quite good. Yep, that's a good turn. Oh, whoops, I did chill first. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Hey, and we get some letter opener value on top of it. There we go, lots of orbs. I had never played with the Frozen Core before, but I must say that under the circumstances, it's been unbelievably good. Alright. We don't get any healing off of this, but we do absolutely have to play this. That's too much damage to pass up. 45 to us? No! 45 to you! I guess we amplify Heatsink's Bias Cog in hopes that we find our Fission Plus. Oh! Beat of the Heart. Oh! Beat of the Heart, the Centennial Puzzle. Okay. I was not counting on that. So maybe we just amplify the Bias Cog for now. And this doesn't draw us as many cards, but then again, we don't have that many hand slots anyway. So that's full block right there. And we do have Amplify ready to roll. I think we're safe doing it on Bias Cog. We're already going to be decaying 2 per turn. That probably won't matter though, I don't think. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so what do we seek for? What do we seek? Recycle and Slimed? That seems good. Start getting these out of the way. Alright, Dead Branch gives us Equilibrium. Quite good. Obviously we don't need to block this turn, but... Alright, so we will Chaos. It's only 1 orb. Hopefully it's not a Frost. In that case, let's do this first. I think we do want Frost up front. Cool. It is not a Frost, which means we get to do this. Very nice. Wow. Load those slots up. Wow. Okay. Well, my main goal here was trying to load those slots back up, and we did a fairly good job there. Get that loop in play like so. Incense Burner is going to be active next turn, so we do not need a Frost Orb up front, so I'll just do this right now. That way we get lots of lightning. Take all that damage, yeah. Not much to do this turn. I guess I will play the Darkness Orb, even though... Because next turn having Frost up front might be useful. Don't want to Equilibrium here because we want that wound out of our hand. It's only really useful to us if we have recycle in our hand at the time. Okay, electrodynamics actually pays for itself because of the plasma orb. So let's do that. Actually, let's put the heat sinks down first. Or maybe not, because I just was thinking dual cast chaos is fine. Because dual cast is going to land on the dark orb. No recursions in hand, so... And we still have another dark orb. Cool. Guess we should have put heat sinks in play first. It's a hard card for me to get behind. But I get it. I get it. I don't think I'm going to play the genetic algorithm here. Although, now that I think about it, I could have, just to see what the dead branch gave us. Because we are very low on frost orbs here. Capacitor might be helpful. Okay, we need to block for 60, and indeed we did find the glacier. I'll hold off on the maybe not. We have a lot of block. Oh, we have all the block we need already. Okay. Okay, I almost did not notice that. Oh, whoops! The whole reason I didn't play Glacier is because I thought I want. Okay. Then I guess we got to play the Zap because I just wanted to get the Shadow Orb or the Dark Orb up front here to do that. Lightning Orb up front helps take care of all the damage. Might be able to just execute lethal here this turn. I'm not particularly confident in that, although seeing that 15 versus R definitely makes me feel better about that. Yikes. Not a good turn. Double Equilibrium is fine, though. Alright, so... I'm going to skip the recursion. We don't want Plasma Orb up front with all the loops and cables. Go ahead and play these. Oh, should I have played those first? Did I miss out on Beat of the Heart hits or something? Maybe. Alright, now I'm confident we've got lethal. Loop! Loop for the win! Man, those blast cogs are starting to catch up with us. Alright, so that's going to do it for that run. A lot of fun for me. If you missed Act 3, I had mentioned how off-camera my defect runs were starting to fall apart, and I couldn't figure out why. It felt like I had forgotten how to play the game, like I had a blind spot, and when I hit this series, the blind spot was Dark Orb. So, very meaningful run for me. Thank you for joining me for it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave any comments you have for me down below, and I will see you guys in the next run. Take care.